Welcome everyone. This is our Division 4 Overwatch 2 final or playoff championships. So we have Bancroft, Rosalie, and Elgin today.
Let's go ahead and they can't hear me. Starts talking brackets.
All right. So looking at the bracket, Bancroft Rosalie has been pretty much running the show here. 7-0, hasn't lost a single match. Our surprise is Elgin coming in at 3-5. They upset EMF and then pulled off another upset in the semis to make the finals. So we got a 12th seed playing the number 1 seed this first round.
Okay. Talk players.
All right, so for Elgin, we have all of them are named EP Eagle. It's 1 through 5 for them, and all of them being seniors this year. So that'll be an interesting lineup. I'm kind of intrigued to see how they all mesh together as well.
Yeah, I hear talking to their coach, they kind of all, from the beginning of the season to now, have kind of really meshed together, and it looks like at the right time because they were able to make it to the state championship.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we have Bancroft Rosalie. Couple seniors there, a couple sophomores, and a freshman. So it's
That's really surprising having a freshman start.
yeah, they'll be able to reload him in the next couple years, and after losing those two seniors next year, so it should be an interesting matchup. We're getting ready underway. Looks like we got Blizzard World coming up in a couple moments. We're getting the lobbies, things ready to go.
Oh, our first one will be Control.
Oh, actually, yeah. It'll be a control. It'll be
Lijiang Tower.
Lijiang Tower. One of my personal favorites. I do enjoy Lijiang Tower. So we'll see who's going to come out with what. So in Overwatch, we got a tank, 2 supports, and 2 DPS. So tank, in my opinion, is a pretty important role. You only got you got one, and they have to kind of control what's going on the map, in my opinion.
Yeah, they control a lot of the pace of the game, and if one tank's playing a lot faster than the other, that other tank is going to struggle to keep up because the speed of the game is so important. And I mean, Lijiang is one of those maps where you really can have a lot of fluctuation in that tempo of the game, and it literally just comes down to which tank is going to play faster and have the right comp for it.
Yep, and be able to take up space. You got to be able to control the map as much as this this game is. You got to be able to own the space and be able to create space for your team to move around and do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, that space aspect is really important, especially like coming from a support player. If my tank isn't making enough space for me, like I have no way to be able to set myself up. All right, and it looks like we are going in.
So as we're waiting for hero selection, I'm going to kind of say some names. So for Elgin, we got Landon Koloff, Dylan Colm, Austin Hinkle, Emma Kinley, and Callan Hofer.
And then for Bancroft Rosalie, we have AJ Weiss, Garen Coons, Robert Campbell Webster, Trevor Flores, James Rao, and then their 2 subs are Lakota Russman and Hayden Bridges.
All right, so we're getting our hero selection. Let's see what we got. All right, some interesting selections. We're gonna. It looks like one team we got Amaga, Reaper, Bastion, Brig, and Anna.
Oh, what an interesting team comp. And then for Elgin, we have Mercy, Bastion, Sigma, Farah, and Brig.
All right, so the timer is counting down. Let's see how they come out. If we're gonna, right away get to the center point. I know sometimes some teams choose to take the other walkway rather than the center point. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens.
Yeah, I'm really kind of intrigued with this with Elgin's comp here. I mean, it's not very typical that you see a Brig and a Mercy in one team. So I'm intrigued to see how this works out for them, especially playing into a Mauga.
And right away, I think I see the Reaper trying to maybe make a little flank. He's kind of working his way up top.
Yeah, Reaper's working up on that high ground. The Sig is taking a lot of space.
Teams are kind of started their initial contact, their fights. Reaper waiting up top. He's teleporting somewhere. Reaper teleports. I think he's trying to go to the back line. And Reaper does get a pick right there off the Bastion.
finding that bash in there is going to be kind of detrimental.
Oh.
Oh, and there goes Sig
Oh,
and
and down goes
Farah.
a Farah.
Yeah, finding that Bastion pick was a big pick. You just lose a lot of your DPS there if you're
And there goes
Elgin.
the supports.
And that is going to be point. Already almost at 50% on both Blossom and Nano.
So good initial contact by Bancroft Rosalie. So we'll see what Elgin can do to kind of get back in the game.
All right, and it's looking like they're going through White Room this time. Just trying to find some extra poke damage with that Farah, and that splash damage really can do wonders.
Yeah, and then Maga's diving in there.
Finding both the DPS already. The Mercies has to rotate back. Not in the best position. Ooh.
Yep, she's trying to survive.
It's
and
just so
she gets
hard to
taken
fight a
out.
Malga.
So now, and there's the sleep with the anti, and that's gonna.
That is gonna.
Oh wait, no.
There goes
oh,
Sig.
Yep, and there's the team fight.
And there is Brig.
So
Yeah.
we're about halfway there with point. So far, it looks like Bancroft Rosalie is kind of controlled, but you never know. We got some ults coming in now. It looks like in a couple ticks we'll have ults. So ultimates can play a huge role, especially just by initiating a fight or changing a fight. So there's a lot that can happen in this next couple seconds.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's literally just one ult that changes the entire outcome of a fight. And I mean, if you look at that Reaper, he's setting up on high. He looks like he's gonna find a pick on the Mercy.
And he finds
in
a
the
pick
back.
on the Mercy. Yep. Maga's in there.
They did throw the anti out early. There goes Brig. No supports, and that's looking like another team kill.
The Reaper is putting in work back there.
It's crazy. Like, Reaper is so good right now.
And he still hasn't used that Death Blossom, so it looks like
Yeah.
he's rotating. Probably going to wait, see what he can get a nice little flank. Brig also with an ult, and then Sigma on the Elgin side holding that. Oh gosh, what's Sigma's ult?
Sigma's, we call it Flux.
There we go, Flux. Yeah, sorry about that.
Graphitic Flux. Oh, he's got a big Blossom lined up here. Oh, yep, there it was.
Gets two, gets the anti, and
that is such a nasty combo. Like Blossom and Anti. Oh, that's kind of gross.
Yep, just like my commentator in the back just said, bing bong. That Reaper ult can really just kind of clear out a room.
And the other thing is, like, Reaper ult is considered like one of those ults where it's like you can counter it pretty easily, but it's like if a Reaper's good, he'll find value out of it no matter what, and it's crazy.
Especially if you lose him in the kind of the team fight, if you don't know where he's at, and he just
he'll just pop up out of nowhere and just you'll be like, next moment you're like, oh, you're chilling 1 second, next second, Blossom, and you're like, I don't even know where he was at.
So that's the first rotation of Lee Yang Tower. So now we're gonna on the next side. This can be it's a different style map for this side. There's two bridges and there's another backside walkway. Looks like
just going through the bridge. It's not actually a bad idea because a lot of people take that first fight down main just to see a quick idea of the comp. But Juno is looking like she's kind of playing aggressive here.
Oh, and gets stomped by Maga.
And she will pay the price for it.
Yep, gets stomped by Maga.
That was a big eat for Sigma though. The anti was thrown, finding 3. Brig is going detrimentally low. There goes Brig with no supports. This is probably lost, but can they find a pick? They do find a pick on the Brig on the way out. I mean, if you're Elgin there, you're not upset about that. Finding at least a pick there, you're stopping some of that ult charge that normally comes with just living. So as they speed ring back, just trying to set up for a next quick fight. And it's looking like they're going to go bridge this time. Trying to find that Ana way in the back.
Yeah, Bastion's kind of waiting there with his turret mode. Putting in some shots, but Sigma's picking up shield. And they anti the Sigma.
Brig is getting pretty aggro here, but she does have the shield to help her. And Reaper's in the back. He does have Fade to get out.
Got a pick, and then kind of backs up back into his team.
Oh, that Sig is going dangerously
Sigma's
low.
Still alive. They keep him up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big rock. The Nano is invested from. The Nano's invested. There goes Farah. There goes Bastion. There goes Brig. Cage Fight is also invested.
Pop the ult to get the Sig right
and there
at the
goes
end.
Sig. And I mean, honestly, if you're Elgin there, I'm not upset about that. Getting 2 ults out there.
And then Juno backs up back into spawn to kind of get the reset. So we're already at 65%. Elgin's got to do something to kind of turn the tide here. waiting for those ults to kind of help. But it should be an interesting fight. See which side they didn't choose to take.
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice ante. This Ana has some very good antes.
Oh,
They will find the Brig off of that ante,
And there's
which is really important.
There's the Reaper coming in.
Reaper is playing aggro. He does find the far up. Malga is in with their team back here. And, oh, Rally's invested. There goes Sig, and I think they're just going to probably stagger out the Bastion and Juno here.
Yep. There's, Yep.
I don't know if...
They won't be able to touch.
I don't think they have touch here.
Nope. So that's going to do it.
Map 1 will go to Bancroft. I mean, honestly, that's nothing to be, like, discouraged about. It's just... That was probably just a hard matchup for them, and, I mean... Malga being as good as he is right now, there's not much you can do to fight it.
Yep, and then we got play of the game right here, coming to the Reaper.
Yeah. Oh. It was not the Blossom I was thinking it was.
Oops.
Oh, he just finds a lot of value in this fight.
Yeah,
Finding 4. Yeah. That was very well played by both teams, honestly.
All right, well, coming up next will be Escort. So... Elgin will get to choose the Escort map. So for those that don't play Overwatch, Escort mode is there is a robot in the middle, and the teams will fight it out to get control of the robot and get it to push towards the other enemy team spawn. It's one of the newer game modes that came out with Overwatch 2. So it's still Overwatch 2 has been out for what, a handful of years now, but still newer game mode, people would say.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about the comp, I don't know if Elgin plays anything else rather than what we were just shown, but if they're going to run that same comp, I think they're probably looking at like a Dorado, a Route 66, just something that's a lot of range with it.
Yep.
Trying not to go with
Bancroft.
All right, so
and they will go to Gibraltar, which is another good map for them.
Oh, did I say? Oh, I meant push. I was talking. I talked about push, not escort. Sorry. So let me talk about that again. Escort. So what happens is one team will try to push a payload from one side of the map to the other, while the other team defends the payload, hopefully keeping the other enemy team away so they don't move it. So that is escort, not push. I was describing push for my viewers out there. Sorry about that.
Spawn will be right here too. So. We'll see if I'm not mistaken. It should be Bancroft on defense, and it will be. And they're going to run that same comp.
Pretty similar. I think the only difference I see is a Baptiste on the side of Bancroft Rosalie.
Yep. And also an Ana for Elgin.
Elgin. Okay.
Elgin, sorry.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Teams are waiting right now. So Bancroft Rosalie is setting up. We see the Baptiste emoting, giving a heart.
Setting up on the low ground. Not very typical for Gibraltar. Typically, you'd want to set up on this high ground where this BAP is, and I mean, if you're this BAP, you're in a great spot. Like, you have all of this line of sight right here.
So it's kind of interesting how they're kind of setting up.
Yeah, moved even, which is also okay.
Yeah, Reaper's up top, Maga's on the bottom. We got Bastion up sitting high ground, so it's going to be interesting how they take this first fight.
Yeah, I mean, Sig is actually a pretty good matchup for Malga. Reaper is in the back. Bastion's turreted on the stairs.
Oh, and Reaper drops in, but gets taken out.
They do find the Reaper, but Sig is traded for it. And it looks like Ana will be next. Bastion following suit. And Brig should be able to live here. Oh, but Farah will get taken out here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Brig is just better off to back here.
Yep, backed up.
Very good choice.
I think the Reaper's still coming back from respawn, so they got a little bit of advantage for a couple more seconds.
And, I mean, it looks like he's rotating. Or, no, he's going up to the high ground over here. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, they're just playing really solid here.
Yeah,
which is kind of what you want to do with a Malga especially. Reaper did teleport up to the high ground. And, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder if they saw him TP up there.
Yep.
Sig will get slept and antied. That ante is just causing such havoc for them.
Able to back up. We'll survive.
Farah does go up.
Reaper gets another pick on the side.
And they find the pick on Farah, too. They do invest the E more, though. And
Maga kind of just crushes it.
Yeah, that ante is devastating. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Is just this Ana has some crazy good nades. She's always finding those sleeps and then throwing that nade on them, and it's such a hard thing to fight, especially without a Kiri.
All right, so let's see the second team fight. We still got 2 minutes on
BAP
the
is
clock.
playing up in their spawn, which is quite aggressive placed, very aggressive.
Immortality comes out to survive.
Nano is also invested that fight. It looks like they're just trying to build that cage fight.
Yeah, and I mean, Maga and Bastion are kind of just putting bullets into them and just keeping them back.
You just have so much, like, you have such high damage numbers with this comp that they're running. Like, Reaper offering insanely good, like, up-close damage. Bastion having turret form, which is one of the highest DPSs in the game. And then Mauga just being the tank that he is. It's just, he's such a hard person to play into.
And so Maga with the cage fight, and then Reaper's kind of just hanging out up top, waiting.
Oh, and Sig will fall very early on, and I don't think Reaper is going to give away his position. He will drop on the Pharah, and, I mean...
Will Wraith out of there.
He will. He'll get out of here, too. And it
oh,
looks
well,
like...
Never mind. We're in a fight.
In a bad spot up there.
And they get the Reaper.
Oh, and Cage is invested.
Cage fight does come out.
Trying to get back into spawn.
Oh,
that's such a rough one.
Bash.
Window is also invested. I think if you're Sig, you're
Briggs
trying
out
to
there.
back up. Yeah, I mean, Brig invests the rally. I mean, yeah, Brig invests the rally there. The lamp goes out, and it's just not gonna. Oh, but they do find the nano and the artillery for it. So actually, artillery's invested for Elgin.
Okay,
and
so
that's crazy.
So
they did find a pick there.
We got 40 seconds left. They're gonna start to move the payload a little bit, get as much progress as they can. They're up 4-1. The Ana just respawned, so now Bastion's up in the high ground. It's a Bastion fight, and looks like Bancroft's Bastion wins that. Maga's on the payload, keeping everyone back.
Yeah, I mean, with Ana being she's one of the few characters in the game without any sort of mobility, and it takes her so long to reset. And I mean, it does offer. It's kind of fair though because she has such a good set of abilities. Sleep Dart and Anti being two of the most stopping plays.
Yeah, and it looks like they won't be able to touch on this one.
And Reaper probably just gonna hold close and just keep him just in spawn. Oh, that Blossom is such a powerful thing to have in your pocket, even if it's last fight. It's always better to just hold on to it for a second and then look at the situation as a Reaper player. I mean,
so we switch sides now. So now Elgin will be the one defending. So it gives the other team an opportunity to see what they can do. I don't know. It just looks like Bancroft's pretty much controlling this map right now.
Yeah, I mean, that Mauga, he's just controlling the pace of the game, and I mean, he's doing a very good job at it. But
I know, and with everyone else, can't forget the supports. Keeping him alive. The immortality came out 3-4 times, and I think he would have died if it had not been for the immortality.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I kind of forget about the support abilities, even though I'm a support player, and it's just force of habit to me.
Yeah, shout out to all the supports out there.
True story.
We don't forget about you guys.
That is true.
All right, so let's see where Elgin will set up. Will they take the high ground, the low ground?
You kind of have to hold close here. You don't have much option. 24 meters is the distance to achieve.
Not saying it's impossible. You can.
No, it definitely is. Definitely possible. It's never lost until it's over.
I know, you got to play the match out. You can't always just assume what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, and then we got the teams going to start the
Doors
first fight.
opening. BAP and Zen this time instead of the... ooh, interesting.
Oh, we got the Zenyatta out.
They did bring the Zen out.
And Sigma chooses to kind of be right there in the
Reaper
payload.
does TP. Where does he go?
Kind of lost
he
him.
Does TP
he
up
goes
there.
up top, and he has the Bastion in his sights.
Bastion 1. He will go down. Pharah has to play kind of solid here. Being the only DPS on the field. That Discord orb. Oh, man.
Oh,
Finding 2. There goes Brig. Just Juno now.
And that's going to do it. That'll
close out Gibraltar. I mean, it's just a hard thing to fight, honestly.
Yep. And that's GG's. Bancroft gets the win 2-0.
I mean, Teal Hydra getting the play.
Let's check it out. Let's see what happens. He probably just hit right click and just kept shooting.
Very likely.
Oh, nice little stomp, and then just kind of cleans up.
Yeah. man, it's just that so devastating. Malga being as strong as he is right now, it makes it really hard to like fight into him without like mirroring him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that'll do it for this side of the bracket. In the other gym or in the other theater, we have our other teams, Franklin and Walt Hill, going after it. We'll be back after a brief intermission with our championship, which will be Bancroft Rosalie versus the winner of Franklin and Walt Hill.
All right.